Are you concerned with fake news and disinformation in Canada?
Rick Boswick here. It is week number 11. Yellow vest, the final freaking push before the convoy gets to the Hill in Ottawa.
One last Prime Minister to night night forever.
You will complete me.
Go on anyways, we'll post it for you.
Rick Boswick here. Rick Boswick here with Derek and Ed. We just got word a couple hours ago that Trudeau and Tory, both criminals, are here for a community project, community housing project.
What? Trying to talk to us.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm saying, guys, if you want to go to Ottawa, the best part for 3 days is only $107.
Done.
Okay. And I want to leave early. I want to be on the phone before 38.
Done.
I want to be in Ottawa before 10.
Yeah, okay. We get you.
Rick Boswick here.
Derek Story.
And we are here. We just got notice about 3 hours ago that two well-known criminals,
John Tory and Justin Trudeau.
they are here at a community housing project. And according to sources, it's basically going to be a new initiative, irregulars only. So criminals that have illegally entered into our border are now being
Permanently housed.
and given preference over Canadian citizens, starving, homeless veterans, elderly, and the like. Even the young. So obviously there's a lot of fake news here. We're getting recognized obviously because of our attire. So let's see what we can bring you.
We'll see you after. I was a little delayed there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Can you hold that just for a second? I just got this.
We'll stand right behind the
Thanks. Platform up there. Now, ideally what we'd like to do, we'd like to actually ask Trudeau or Tory a couple of questions. Tory mainly about his slanderous, libelous, incitement to violence tweet, his breach of peace, his breach of trust. Trudeau, well, there's a mountain of evidence. We can talk about SNC Lavalin. We can talk about how he thinks it's unethical to record a crime in progress. And I mean, he's butthurt over being caught, is what he is.
There's a list that we can go over with.
Yeah, a long list. You know, we don't need to go over that right now. I'd really like to speak to a lot of the news outlets and see why it's become ingrained. You know, minority groups always talk about institutional racism, but what I'd like to talk about is institutional, by the mainstream media, institutional slander.
Yeah,
and why they're basically labeling anybody who is their political opposition as racist. That's what Joseph Goebbels did. That's what the Nazis did. So when Antifa, the violent terrorist group, wants to come out and assault us for exercising our free speech rights, right to assemble, they are absolutely using fascistic tactics, and it's a scary time for Canada.
Oh yeah, so stand up, people.
Yeah.
It's chilly.
It is.
The platform is set. Let's see what Ed's doing here. He's getting his spot ready.
Of course, it's a shame it's a shame that we're in Ottawa every Saturday. We've been asking Trudeau if he'd give us some time to answer some really, really important questions. We have to travel 5 hours away to Toronto to actually get a look at the man. He didn't come out for the convoy. He doesn't come out. You know, he's in his ivory tower, hiding from the what? Where is he? Oh, hey, how you doing? But that's what this takes. It takes real unbiased, uncorporate controlled journalists like us, real news, to come out and get the real story for Canadians that are concerned with where our country is going.
Get off the driveway there.
We're not putting out the banner, guys. Just hold that sign. Give me the flag.
Apparently, we're causing a scene.
Yeah, they're recording us.
You live?
Yeah, no,
Hey.
not live. I'm gonna go live soon.
Oh, okay.
I just want to catch some stuff here. I'll go
Turn
live.
off your
See.
Wi-Fi, otherwise you'll be shutting you down. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is
I
real
guess we're
news,
not going
folks.
live.
This is real as we can bring it to you. Unfortunately, everybody that you can see behind me is going to spin it. They're going to say something about white supremacy, another count of slander. I mean, we tried obviously to go to City Hall and citizens arrest the mayor for his crimes against his constituents. I mean, that's what it is. All political opposition is being labeled as racist, demonized, therefore discredited, just like the Nazis did, just like Goebbels did. The Ministry of Truth, that's the Ministry of Truth right over there.
Oh, there's TORY. There's TORY.
Oh, where? Oh, there's the illegitimate mayor.
What do citizens arrest?
Yes.
Shame on you, John Tory.
Yep.
Shame
Silencing-
on you. You're a limp-wristed
Silencing
leader.
Faith Goldie.
We need a new God-fearing leader, not a pansy like you. This city's going up to flames of crime with everything else, and you are still limp-wristed. You lack leadership. You go against your own voters. You're not a conservative. You're a liberal. That's what you are. You're limp-wristed and you're a liberal.
Are you going to
Shame on you,
apologize for your
Tory.
tweet?
Shame on you
Slanderous
for
tweet,
that
Tory.
tweet.
Are you going to apologize to the people of
For
Toronto?
shaming true conservatives. That's what you did with that tweet. You are weak.
Incitement of violence.
Shame on you, John Tory.
Investigation on you, Tory.
Wicked, wicked, wicked.
Illegitimate mayor. Silencing political opposition. CP24 giving back the money. Going against CRTC rules and regulations.
100%. CBC is fake news. You take my tax dollars, we will stop funding you in the next election. Shame on you, CBC. You're fake news. Garbage.
Gentlemen, can you take it on the sidewalk, please? Take it on the sidewalk. We can't stop in the sidewalk. This is private property. Please ask. You go to the sidewalk. This is the sidewalk. This is private property.
What about that? We're journalists. I'm an indigenous journalist, and I'm trying to film this event just like they are. Why are they allowed?
It's okay. Go talk to the RCMP in regard to your journalist.
Okay.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right, gentlemen.
Only pre-approved media. That's what it is. Only pre-approved, lying, slanderous, fake-ass news. That's the only people that are allowed to cover this event. Unceded land.
Hey,
Get off.
the thing is, we're allowed near the sidewalk, right near the podium here.
Yep.
I know you're happy, CBC. Your little pretty boy, Justin Trudeau, is here. He should be a drama teacher again. He should stop being a leader. He can't lead a fly from place to place. Wicked, wicked, wicked. That's where this country is going down. We have no leadership. We have fools. We have drama teachers in power. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Justin Trudeau is destroying this country single-handedly. Mass migration. Attacking the church. Loving that which is evil and hating that which is good. Wicked, wicked, wicked. This country's going downhill from leaders like Justin Trudeau. Shame on you for buffeting him up, CBC. You take my tax dollars to patriot propaganda, your Marxist garbage propaganda.
Yep.
Shame on you. You'll stand before God.
Why are the unions funding domestic terrorists to silence political opposition?
Bunch of communists and limp-wristed leaders. That's what you are.
Can't take the call right now. Sorry.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Trudeau has got to Trudeau. Hey, hey.
I guess he's fashionably maybe he's picking the socks that he will be wearing to this event. That's why he's late. Maybe he's picking his, the right pair of socks to come and speak to you people. What a weirdo for a leader we have.
We're live, Rick. You want to say something?
Yeah, I want
What does CBC have to say about 60 ISIS fighters having entered into Canada?
They're going to be held accountable.
60 ISIS fighters have entered Canada under the administration of Justin Trudeau. What do you have to say about that? They're roaming our streets, walking as Canadian citizens, although they have fought with ISIS overseas. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Shame on you. You are the enemy of the people. CBC is the enemy of Canada.
This is Orwellian.
Any of you have anything to say about the 60-something ISIS fighters that have come back into Canada, that are roaming our streets due to your limp-wristed, weak leadership? You're bad with money, you're bad with morals, you're bad all around. You are destroying this country. You hate God, you hate the Bible, you hate everyday Canadian taxpayers. You're of your father, the devil. That's what you are. You pander to minorities because you hate your own Canadian citizens. Wicked, wicked.
All about his UN allegiances. He doesn't care about Canada. It's all about the UN. I didn't get my UN voter card in the mail. Did you?
Nope, not at all.
Why would we want unelected leaders over in Brussels telling us how to run our country when we're a resource powerhouse? All we need is our economy started up again, but it's all about deindustrialization. It's all about the New World Communist Order.
The crazy levels of corruption, he comes here to pander to minorities. What else would he be doing? Of course he's here hiding in Scarborough instead of coming clean about his corruptions. That's the Liberals for you. Shame on you, CBC, for buffeting him up. You are fake news.
Fake news!
You are the enemy of Canadians. You are the enemy of taxpayers. You are propaganda 101. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You love to hold the Conservatives and others accountable, but you yourselves are horrible with money, with morals, and every other way around.
He's fashionably late like always.
I guess he's fashionably late. He's choosing what socks to wear to this event today.
Talk about the ninth commandment.
Yeah, that's the ninth commandment.
The ninth commandment, do not bear false witness.
What do you have to preach that lies? Fake news is also responsible for the same thing. But they're only giving us half truths. That's saying ninth
I wish I had
commandment, is
that
it
quote.
not?
From Goebbels, tell a lie, tell a large enough lie, tell it over and over again, and soon that people will believe it.
Here we are.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. Shame on you, Justin Trudeau. You have destroyed this country. Shame on you, Justin Trudeau. You are a wicked leader. You hate this country. You hate God. You hate the Bible. You are all. They're going to come along back. They move back. Pandering to minorities, how you are corrupt. Hiding your struggle, all you ask is address your corruption. Nationwide. Wicked, wicked, wicked.
So we have the arrival of the tyranny in charge, Mr. Trudeau, the tyrant, sorry. Using the back door, of course, his cavalcade, his security detail, everybody, they just all convoyed into the back entrance. But everything seems to be set for a photo op. Of course, you can't waste his time and not take advantage of it politically. Just like every tragedy, right? They want to talk about the Christchurch shooting, and our hearts go out, you know, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families. Never should happen. But all the Christians in Nigeria, all the atrocities around the world that are never covered because it's cherry picking. Anything that they can use for political gain, that gains them favor, that earns them the $595 million to keep lying for Mr. Trudeau, that's what they'll cover. Nothing else though. It's called deception by omission.
Oh, I think he might be a little scared to get out of his trucks now. He's behind me.
You should see him walking through the...
Oh, he's gonna come here.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah, well, eventually, right? He has to address some people.
Yeah.
He's double checking his socks.
There we go. There we go.
There is the little princess.
Yeah.
There's
Shame on you, Justin Trudeau. You have single-handedly destroyed this country. You stand before God to give account for every thought, word, and deed, and how you've managed this country. You come here to hide from your corruption, hide in Scarborough, to pander to minorities, while you hate true Canadians. You hate taxpayers. Oh, you can wave yourself around. Hey, hey!
Justin Trudeau's gotta go!
Trudeau has got
How many more crimes, Trudeau? How much more criminality?
Trudeau has got to go!
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho!
Trudeau has got to go!
Coming out for a photo op, we can't let him. We gotta let him know that Canada's pissed at him. We're sick of the mountain of evidence. We know where his allegiances lie.
ISIS fighters into Canada, into our safe streets. You are a traitor to this nation, and you will always be known as such. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Oh, you can blabber your lips all you want, but you will stand before God, Justin Trudeau, and you will give account for all your wickedness, for all your evil, for how you've ruled this nation with a bunch of propaganda. You are selling us out to the United Nations. You are a traitor. You hate God. You hate Canada. You hate the Bible. You love Islam. You love evil. You love that which is corrupt and wicked. Shame on you. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Shame on you, CBC. Bunch of garbage propaganda. We gotta defund CBC right away.
Yep.
Defund
What
the
is it?
CBC.
1.2 billion a
Bunch of downtown rats. That's what the CBC News is. Bunch of fake news propaganda. Fake news. Make Trudeau a drama teacher again. How about that? How about we put this country back in order? How about we stop with these limp-wristed leaders?
What about the Rick?
The Bible says the wicked shall be cast into hell, and all the nations that forget God. Wicked, wicked, wicked. This country, Canada, is in decline. We are close to a collapse because the leaders that you appoint, that you vote for, hate God, they hate the Bible, they hate this nation, they hate taxpayers, and they love that which is twisted, perverse, and evil. Shame on you!
Future!
You have sold this nation to the United Nations New World Order. Shame on you! You might as well take the mark of the beast. Bunch of drama teachers, bunch of CBC fake news reporters. You will give account before God. Wicked, wicked, wicked.
Our veterans and homeless.
Overloaded shelters everywhere.
This will be our new flag soon. A little more accurate, isn't it?
Yep.
Sorry guys, I know it's windy.
Rick, is that true?
Where?
Yeah. He's standing right there in the blue suit. He's talking to the guy in the red hoodie. Is that
No man, you're tripping, bro. You just got the same suit, they go to the same tailor.
Yeah.
He likes the same fashion and he has. I wonder if he has the same socks. He's afraid to come out, that's for sure.
Absolutely. He's a coward.
Come out here, Mr. Trudeau. Come talk to the Canadian people. Come out here. Instead of hiding in some neighborhood in Scarborough.
Keep your cameras rolling, guys, because the cops need to try funny things. No, don't worry, we're live. Now I'm getting paid there.
We're on the sidewalk.
That's okay. Yeah, buddy.
Just letting you know we're on the sidewalk. Try and stop us, and there's going to be additional charges.
Where is Zoolander? Where is Mr. Trudeau? Make him a drama teacher again. Where is our communist Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau? Let him come out and talk to the Canadian people. Okay, sorry, I think it's
I see some thumbs up. Do you guys hear the wind noise? Give me thumbs up if it's good, or thumbs down if you can hear the wind noise.
He'll wait out. He'll do 30 seconds and then.
Trying to block the wind because people think it's too windy.
Right, blocking the wind? Yeah, you can get right behind that hill.
I got thumbs up. People can hear me.
Yep. Oh, that's live on Facebook, but we also pre-edited it.
It's gonna go viral.
Yep.
Scarborough welcomes communist.
Well, we're waiting for
dictator.
Mr. Potato and Mr. White people hater
And
to
the
come
fake,
out.
the fake leader and the fake mayor.
Yeah, both of them to come out and speak to us.
Well, I mean, what else do criminals do when they collude and they collaborate but make affordable housing for criminals?
Yeah. I need a house.
You want to say something when he comes out? I'll say a few things.
You're good at it, man.
You're more seasoned.
Hey, this is your time. You should get your flag up there.
Look at this shiny elitist.
Yeah, let's get loud, people. We're gonna get loud. They're gonna have to shut down this whole thing.
So
everyone say, hey,
we're waiting.
Trudeau's
Yeah.
got to go.
So we're waiting for the communist dictator to come out, the Zoolander in chief. He's probably contemplating his next move now because he didn't get the photo op that he wanted to. Free from criticism, free from the voice of real Canadians. Guys checking right at the door. Okay, is it good? Is it good?
He's speaking.
Come out, Mr. Trudeau. Come talk to the Canadian people. I know you don't like criticism. You're a narcissist liberal. We know that.
And all these fake pundits, this fake news. I hope they enjoy their ill-gotten spoils.
Yep, what is it? CP24, fake news, CBC, fake news, garbage media, selling out the country, pandering to Trudeau. You guys should just give up your jobs and get real jobs instead of propagating all this garbage propaganda against white, everyday, tax-paying Canadians.
How does it feel
I
to
guess they
succeed
get an exempt on the carbon tax if they can leave their vehicle running.
in destroying the nation?
If you care about carbon tax, then shut off your truck there. It's been running for 30 minutes. 30 minutes that truck has been running. But you care about your carbon tax. Bunch of hypocrites. Wicked, wicked, wicked.
Carbon tax is theft. It's a New World Order tax is what it is.
What's taking Mr. Trudeau so long to come out? Is he picking out the right socks to come and do this little preach?
Well, here you go. This is my first encounter in front of Justin Trudeau, and I get to heckle him.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the best spot to block him in here.
Excuse me, I'm a big wind blocker.
The wind's getting really low as Trudeau opens his mouth. Actually,
Yeah. Oh, actually, it'll warm up. Yeah. It'll warm up from all the hot air when he starts speaking.
Yeah. Global warming coming.
Yeah.
It's coming right out.
Look at all these fake pundits.
Fake bunch of limp
telling you they're pre-approved corporate tripe.
Yeah. No back.
Bunch of sellouts making a living at destroying the nation and lying to the citizens.
Downtown rats. Nothing else.
Deception by omission, Ministry of Truth at its finest. The Nazis would be proud of the way you spin reality.
Yeah. Following in the shadows of Hitler.
No platform for fascists.
You know what? The government poured gasoline in Markham subway station so they couldn't come to the Antifa.
Oh, come on out, Mr. Trudeau. You know you're gone in October. You know your time is almost up. Come on, pick your socks, your colorful socks, and come out here.
Oh, Jesus.
He sure doesn't like criticism. We know that. He likes to take selfies.
This is what it's about. Real Canadians on the pavement holding their government to account. This criminal has no business near authority. This UN stooge, this puppet.
He has sold this country to the United Nations. The same unelected group of people that are trying to strip all sovereignty from all nations and establish their New World Order. This is Justin Trudeau, a leader that has sold out this nation. He has let in 60-something ISIS fighters into our safe streets in Canada. They are roaming freely due to yours truly, Justin Trudeau. Wicked, wicked, wicked. How does CBC feel about that? You hate God! You hate the Bible! You will be gone! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, hey! Oh, oh! Trudeau has got to go!
We don't want to hear your lies!
60-something ISIS fighters are roaming the streets of Canada because of the Liberal Party. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You have mismanaged this country. You will give account for how you have destroyed this country. Mr. Trudeau, 60-something ISIS terrorists are roaming the streets of Canada due to Justin Trudeau. Boo! Hey! Oh! Trudeau has got to go! Hey, 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 hey! Oh!
Let's give him some time. All right.
Right.
The dreams start rolling right across the city of Toronto and along with so many of Canada's big cities. Many lower income and middle class Canadians have been struggling to find, maintain, and afford a good home and a good place to live. And thanks to Canada's first ever national housing strategy, our government has a plan
There we go.
to ensure that Canadians have access to the
We're doing what we can.
their needs.
Exactly, man. At this point, we're behind the eight ball, really. I mean, we got to do what we got to do, right? This is about everybody in Canada. This is about the world. This is about the future of the human race.
This is for your kids.
I'm lucky enough to be able
my
to,
kids.
You know, that's what you have to do, really. You have to put aside your own survival instincts.
Councillor Gary Crawford.
Here we go. Here we go.
There we
Oh,
go.
not quite. Oh, he tricked us.
Nice red ones for communism.
Communist socks.
Yeah, he's got commie socks.
Commie socks. This guy's.
This guy's a joke, man. He's not a leader. No one respects him worldwide. He went to China. They told him you're an idiot. Go get out of here.
Yeah, he admires the dictatorship.
No one respects this guy.
I can't zoom in. It's on Facebook Live, buddy.
You know this guy sold the sword to the United Nations New World Order? We have no identity.
No elected leaders, no nation states. Everybody's a franchise of the New World Order now.
Yeah. It's insane.
New World Order's going down.
Oh, there you guys go. I'll tell you later.
The minister that I got the great honor of working alongside and working for, the Minister of Family, Skills and Social Development, Minister Duclos. Bienvenue à Toronto.
What about the homeless Canadians?
Overloaded shelters. Why is it unethical to report a crime?
Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. C'est un grand plaisir pour moi d'être ici pour cette annonce importante pour des dizaines de milliers de familles qui vivent à Toronto.
Don't worry, we'll get loud.
A little over a year ago, the Prime Minister made a historic...
Watch it on TV. You can hear what they're saying because we can't hear anything with the wind.
Canada's first ever national housing strategy.
Oh, the megaphone will go, Corey.
It was
Don't
from
worry.
the very first day of our government.
Don't worry, Corey. The megaphone will be going.
Those numbers up, man.
Yeah. I want to see 100 people by the time True gets on. Share, share. Oh, it just jumped up to 71. Nice. Just in line.
Yeah, right at the...
And when the wind picks up, you can see his communist socks.
This is just the beginning.
Look at that criminal
This is
Tory.
also part of our plan to grow the middle class in order to grow the economy, a plan which is working.
Silences his opposition, uses his authority with Rogers Communication, Bell Media, just deplatforms all his opposition.
You are a traitor, Justin Trudeau. You have sold us over to the United Nations. You have let in 60-something ISIS fighters into Canada. You hate Canada. You hate God. You hate the Bible. You hate tax-paying Canadians. You pander to minorities. You pander to the United Nations. You are wicked, wicked, wicked. Shame on you! Shame on you! You're a communist!
You got in because of your name!
You're a communist!
You don't love
You are wicked!
You don't like
You hate this country! Shame on you! You will give account before the holy God of the Bible! You will stand with your red little communist socks to give account before the God of gods, the King of kings, the Lord of lords, Jesus Christ, the name above all names. You wicked communists! Shame on you, CBC News Media! You are a fraud! Wicked, wicked! Shame on you! You are evil! You are going in October!
You call yourself
In October you'll be gone! Canadians are tired of you!
You're not Canadian.
Oh, you love the United Nations! You hate Canada! You pander to minorities! You hate tax-paying Canadians!
We don't like your fire sale!
You're nothing but a Zoolander, narcissist liberal! Mr. Zoolander. You have sold out Canada! You bold-faced liar! You have sold over Canada to communists!
Hashtag Jody too! What about Jody? Fake feminist! Alienating all the women in the House of Commons! What about the women, Trudeau? It's not unethical to report a crime!
What about the Lavalin corruption? How about that?
SNC! Crook!
SNC, Lavalin corruption!
You're a tyrant, Trudeau! Sell out! The people are speaking out against you!
Minister Hyde ran the largest homeless shelter in northwestern Ontario.
Why are you putting
You don't care about the homeless! You care about refugees!
Mr. Trudeau!
That's why of course, we know that there's no silver bullet for housing.
I need housing! Yeah, we're homeless! We're both homeless Indigenous people!
You don't care about
fight
veterans!
tyranny! He doesn't care about Canada!
Veterans, Mr. Trudeau! Shame on you!
Shame on you!
Helping people buy their first home.
Helping who exactly? Who exactly is being helped?
Oh, you'll be gone in October, Mr. Trudeau.
We have an example right here.
Yes, we do.
This is a great example.
Tax-paying Canadians. Real tax-paying Canadians.
Exposing your crimes.
For the middle class.
Middle class, they're in your sights. New World Order doesn't like middle class.
You know this guy's from this order? You know what that means? It's not a country. It's a medical country.
Do you really think that under a global tyranny you're going to get a shake? You're going to get a fair deal?
Hear him out. Let him speak, and then you can.
No, they deplatform us all the time. No platform for fascists. They come out, bring their Nazi thugs to try and stop our free speech. Right? We're not being violent like their shock troops, like their brown shirts, because of Tory's insightful tweet. His defamatory, slanderous, called us white supremacists. I'm Indigenous. Peace.
Shame on you, Tory.
I ain't no white supremacist. I'm Indigenous. Mayor. He silences his political opposition like Faith. He uses his power with the media to shut her down.
Once again, it's so great to be back.
You're a traitor!
You're a traitor!
Sellout!
Sellout!
You're a sellout!
We will not bow to your New World Order!
Uh-oh, guys, I got 5% battery here.
Wicked! You're a sellout! Mr. Zoolander Trudeau! You care more about selfies than this country.
I'm gonna keep rolling this on my phone, guys. Oh, look!
Oh, here's the fake! Here's another tyrant! Here's John Tory! Apologize! Retract your tweet! Retract your tweet, Tory! You sent a bunch of people to beat up women!
The Prime Minister, so why are you booing him?
He's not a conservative.
He did a tweet saying we're all white supremacists. And called his political opposition white supremacists. Anybody who holds him to account, he defames and calls a white supremacist and incites communist troops, brown shirts, to come out and silence them. He's a traitor. And he's not a mayor. You ain't a mayor.
He's a neocon.
How much money did Trudeau give you?
From the National Housing Strategy. This funding, over the next 9 years, will
help us to bring in a bigger sanctuary city for illegals, for criminals, for ISIS. Safe Third Party Act.
Shame on you. 60 plus ISIS fighters
you don't need to run from New York State into a
shame on you.
State. You're a criminal, Tory!
Shame on you, Mr. Trudeau. You have single-handedly destroyed this country.
Look at the smuggler!
You have let in 60-something ISIS fighters into this country, roaming the streets. Wicked, wicked, wicked. That is due to the Liberal Party of Canada that has sold this country.
Traitor! Traitors!
You have sold this nation to the United Nations New World Order. You have taken away the sovereignty of Canada.
You
That is wicked, wicked, wicked.
We know how you treat your indigenous. Like dirt, you don't even clean them, give them clean water. But yet you're worried about the rest of the world. No clean water for natives. No clean water for natives.
Feed the Canadians!
Right.
Feed Canada first. What about the indigenous? The mockery that you made. You broke your promises. They still don't have clean water, yet you want to bring in millions more. You're a traitor, Trudeau, and you're unelected, John Tory. You can't use your media power, pull your strings to shut down all political opposition. Faith should have been mayor. She came in third with no help, with being blocked by your cronies at fake news.
Of cities across the country, and this government responded. We're going to have entrance and lobby and common areas made accessible.
What's that, communism? What's the ninth commandment? Thou shalt not bear false witness, Tory. Thou shalt not.
What's the ninth commandment, Mr. Tory? Have you read your Bible? Thou shalt not keep false witness against one another. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You call tax-paying Canadians radicals while you take in actual radicals.
He said, ladies and gentlemen, you just misgendered this whole...
You just misgendered this. You're implying there were only two genders, Tory. How insensitive are you, Tory?
You don't like this people kind, do you?
These are your rules.
We started at that time to ask for the other governments to help, and during the time as high as $2.6 billion.
Hey, I think he's taking stuttering lessons.
Yeah, you're hanging around with Trudeau too much, stutter.
This year alone. But until today, we did not have a partner in making those repairs. We did not have a government that was prepared to step forward and understand.
What a limp-wristed leader you are, John Tory. Crime in Toronto has doubled.
He's not a leader.
Crime in Toronto has doubled.
Higher gun violence than New York.
Higher gun violence than New York City.
What has changed in the past 8 years, Tory?
Higher gun violence than New York City. That is John Tory's Toronto.
Well, John.
Wicked, wicked, wicked. Limp-wristed liberal leaders. You're not conservative. You're no conservative, Mr. Tory.
Did your balls shrivel up?
You're as liberal as Zoolander Trudeau over there.
Construction is going to begin on repairs financed by this money, in addition to the construction that is being financed by our money.
Here, I'll warm my hands up. I'll take
And something that I believe in profoundly, that when governments work together,
I know.
things done for people. And that is what they send us to office to do, whether we work at City Hall or at Queen's Park.
You don't work.
Or in Ottawa. They send us to get.
You guys put your feet up. Cocktail time.
You know what? The UN sends you to get things done. Yeah, absolutely. The New World Order, Luciferian global government, communist dictatorship. No, thank you.
MPs from Toronto who have worked with me, and I have worked with them to lobby hard to make sure that.
Lobby hard. Lobby hard.
On his knees.
Do you lobby on your knees?
Avoir répondu à l'appel de façon significative grâce à la stratégie nationale du logement qui a été lancée
Definitely not praying.
par le Premier ministre Trudeau finalement, par le gouvernement fédéral est redevenu complété en matière de logement. You know, I don't really one of my the agenda of this thing, the things that we need here. And I put it forward, yes, because it's good for the people of the city of Toronto.
Bring more crime to this city.
It's the largest city in the country, and it's Canada's economic engine. And I'm proud of the fact that when this city does well, we're in a position.
You get more work for your
Yeah, it
police
will
officer.
do well without you.
Supported us when we don't do well. And today's announcement is proof that the strategy of putting those things forward and working with the people in Ottawa, the government of Canada, can bear fruit and can do a lot of good things for people.
Apologize for your tweet. Apologize for your tweet, Canadian people.
You called everybody white supremacists.
You incited violence by your commie shock troops, Antifa. They're not counter-protesters. They're communist revolutionaries. They're a domestic terrorist group, and you incited them against.
Boo! Boo! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Trudeau has got to go. Hey, hey!
You guys are going to be there. We're not going to hear what he's saying to you.
We don't want to hear anything he has to say.
You know that's like saying.
You know how we know he's lying? His lips move.
You know, it's like a Satanist telling you don't know Satanism because you haven't read the Satanic Bible. I don't need to read it. He's the devil. He's evil. He's for the United Nations raised Canada. He doesn't want us sovereign Canada. He wants to keep us poor. He doesn't want us to refine our oil. We're one of the richest natural resource nations.
But yet we buy it from countries like Saudi Arabia with the worst human rights on the planet.
It's insane. That's what the liberals want.
Worst human rights
These people are
record on the planet. Tell him, Ed!
Always within the rule of law, always
the rule of law! You don't get to talk about the rule of law, criminal!
What does the Charter say? The Charter of Rights and Freedom says that we recognize the supremacy of God and rule of law. But you, Justin Trudeau, have said that Christians are the worst of Canadian culture. You have said that. You hate God and you hate the Bible. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You pander to minorities. You hate tax-paying Canadians.
And we're a country that follows the rule of law. The courts will follow.
Yeah, we need a leader that follows the rule of law. Recording a crime on the phone is not unethical.
You guys should get informed. This is
whether and how to intervene.
You fake feminist!
We'll exercise that.
What about the women of Canada? You just thrown them out of your cabinet.
Prime Minister, my question is about affordable.
Anybody who goes against our dear leader gets thrown out.
TORY has a housing initiative working.
That's communism. Communism. The bullet board. The bullet bureau.
Absolutely. We put forward a couple of years ago on a day just about as cold as this, a $40 billion national housing strategy that had a number of different aspects to it, including...
We can still sit on the rest of it. No. Yeah, I know. Ongoing crime. Retract that tweet, Tory. It's an ongoing crime of defamation, slander, breach of peace.
Affordable housing stock, new rental stock, and most importantly, we're refurbishing existing stock.
Was that banner said
almost 50 years old and requires upgrades to accessibility and a broad range of things. And that's why we are announcing today the largest single investment by the federal government in the municipalities for housing.
Who's going to get that housing?
$1.3 billion.
Is it back in the bus for all Canadians?
Clearly, that if people don't have a roof over their heads...
I don't. We're both homeless because we speak out against you.
Accessible. They cannot contribute fully or raise their families right or build a strong future that we all need.
You are a traitor, Justin Trudeau.
This government
you hate true Canadians.
Housing, and I talked about the $40 billion national housing strategy. It's actually up to about $50 billion now because we keep investing.
In destroying Alberta, destroying the country, province by province, one at a time.
Right across the country.
Says that we expected some foreign meddling in the October election. What can we do?
Yeah, foreign meddling, exactly.
You're gone in October.
There's nothing bigger in the States, but you have communism here.
The implication of foreign actors in...
Who's in here now? You got no butts. Yeah. What do you call the United Nations? That's a foreign actor, unelected.
You're a communist.
You want to talk about meddling? Yeah.
unelected United Nations. That's a foreign entity meddling with our country. But you want to bitch about a nothing burger like Russia.
Than they have been in the past. These are the kinds of things that we are.
I get my UN voter card in the mail.
Democratic institutions, Karina Gold, is moving forward on a number of significant ways to ensure that the election that's coming up in 6 months will be decided.
Bye, Trudeau. Bye, Trudeau.
Communities and our partners around the world to ensure that our democracies stay strong.
Democracy, really? You're a commie. You're a commie.
Funding for some safe injection sites here. There is talk that maybe Ottawa would step in and pick up funding or do something so that
there is talk about getting rid of Trudeau. How about that?
Yeah.
We are very concerned with.
You
don't like outside foreign meddling.
Your corruption.
Stop the foreign meddling by the United Nations.
Safe consumption sites. We are a government that believes in evidence-based policy. We know that the evidence is very.
You're a social justice warrior.
Yep. You go on feelings, not facts. You're all about the feelings.
You're not a
politicians across the country. By shutting down consumption sites, it really makes you wonder where their priorities are. As a federal government, we will continue to work with experts.
Continue to mess things up. Yeah, continue to burn Canada. That's what you're doing. For your seat on the United Nations Security Council, you puppet traitor!
Unfortunately, a few governments that for ideological reasons are putting people's lives at risk. Last question.
Shame on you!
Resign!
Resign! Resign! Go to now!
Turn yourself in! We stand on guard for thee!
About the way you handled it, is there anything you might have done differently now in retrospect?
Oh, I think every day in this
every day you destroy a little more. You take a little more.
Every day you take the sovereignty of this nation away and give us up to the United Nations. Shame on you.
Question of quite a profound internal disagreement that we have worked for many weeks on trying to resolve, trying to move forward in a way that could keep this team united and focused on the things that matter to us all, whether it's reconciliation with Indigenous people, whether it's
one right here, brother. But you ignore my voice. You ignore my voice.
Strength for this country, continue to play a strong role in the world stage. There are many, many things we're working together, including fighting for a cleaner.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Indigenous, get off my land.
We are continuing as a strong
there you go then.
To work on
maybe she'd be a little concerned about her country.
We have put in place new measures to ensure that our team continues to stay strong and stay focused.
You're not strong.
You're not strong. You're weak. You're a laughing stock to the planet.
You're not respected worldwide as a leader. No one respects you.
Why are you standing by everything you've done?
I think there's a broad range of things we reflect on.
You're ruining my future. The future for my kids.
The fundamental issue of a disagreement between the former Attorney General and myself in my office.
You're a post-national pushing, post-industrial friggin' sellout, man. He's just a sellout.
Unfortunately, there was an erosion and a breakdown of trust that proved
you definitely broke down some trust. You mean you couldn't compromise these people? They wouldn't tote your party line? They wouldn't hide your criminality, Trudeau?
Merci beaucoup tout le monde d'être ici aujourd'hui. Thank you all for coming out.
See you in Ottawa.
Shame on you, Justin Trudeau. Wicked, wicked, wicked. You're gone in October, Mr. Trudeau. You hate Canadians. You hate this country. You're a communist. Why are your parents so close to the Castros? Why did you speak of Fidel Castro so highly when he died and went to hell? Because you're a communist also. You're a sellout. You have sold our country to the United Nations. Wicked, wicked, wicked. This country's not for you.
You're a communist!
And your fake news.
Communist! Tommy!
Hey, hey!
Oh, Trudeau's gotta go! Hey, hey! Oh, Trudeau's gotta go! Hey, hey! Oh, Trudeau's gotta go! Hey, Another violation. No, another rape of the environment. They must be carbon tax exempt.
Talking about our car?
What do you guys think of this guy, Trudeau?
They can't comment.
They can't comment.
When you sing the anthem, God keep our land. This nation's becoming godless. The Bible says it will be turned into hell.
He has let in 60 plus ISIS fighters return to Canada.
You're probably ex-military. You probably fought enemies, foreign and domestic. That's exactly what we're doing. We're fighting domestic enemies.
Guys, stay off the
9
grass.
more months, we got a good leader.
Ed, off the grass. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Anywhere sideways, sidewalk back.
Yeah. I know. I thought this stuff was over.
Yeah, I know, eh? Well, cold day in hell, like you said. There's Global. Going to spin. There's the spin doctors.
Yeah, we'll see what they say.
Hey, where's Child Porn News?
Yeah.
CTV?
Yeah, where's CTV?
Do you want to do an interview with this lady?
Never a dull moment, eh?
Do you want? I'll hold the camera.
I will, but let's get. You're gonna call us New Zealand or Australia to get
We'll do one with my buddy here, Rick Boswick.
I will, but I just want to wait until he leaves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll talk to me.
Shame on you, Mr. Trudeau. You will give account before the God of the Bible. You have let in 60-something ISIS fighters into Canada, into our safe streets, which are not so safe anymore. You let radicals into this country. Shame on you.
You're a tyrant.
You have sold us over to the United Nations. You have sold us over to the United Nations. Oh, you're not getting by, Mr. Trudeau. You think you're getting by, but you don't get by at all. You'll be out in October.
Goodbye. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey!
Did you see what she says? Yellow jacket racist.
Wicked,
Indigenous racist. Yep, that's what it is.
On you, Mr. Trudeau. You have sold us out to the third world and the United Nations.
That is child abuse.
You have sold us out to the United Nations.
Politically aware.
You have let in
Bye-bye. We won't bow to your New World Order, Trudeau!
We're tired of you giving up our sovereignty to the New World Order United Nations. Shame on you!
Excuse me.
It's Rick Boswick.
Can you spell your first and last name?
R-I-C-K. R-I-C-K-B-O-S-W-I-C-K.
Why are you here protesting?
Well, I'm here because, I mean, this government, this criminal government that has its allegiances to the United Nations, and not Canadian citizens, not Canada. He already, I mean, he said he wants a post-national country. He wants open borders. He doesn't want, I mean, basically that's the plan. It's a communist global dictatorship. It's been talked about for 20 years. It's been hidden. You have the elites at Davos, at Bilderberg meeting. They tried to keep it for 30 years secret. Now it's exposed. And I think that Donald Trump getting elected in the United States has forced the globalist hand to accelerate the program and destroy the continent from the north. So that's why people are waking up.
And so what group do you represent?
I'm an activist slash journalist and well, sorry, I guess he's interviewing. No, I mean at this point I will represent the yellow vest, but I'm just I'm a concerned, politically aware Canadian. Indigenous too.
So, you mentioned a few things, but what are you especially concerned about?
Well, I mean the future generations, the future of our country.
60 plus ISIS fighters.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's on record. I think there's more like 200. But I mean, we see the increases in crime. We see the social. The social, well, basically, we see the resources that were set in place for Canadians slowly dwindling. There's more and more load on the system, and we're not against migration. I mean, we need migration. We're about multiculturalism, but when you have certain cultures that will not assimilate, history has shown that country after country after country, they come over, and once they get political power, they get a majority. Nobody else survives. Right, and we're cultural protectionists. Okay, we want migration.
Canada.
We care about Canada. So it's not a blanket migration thing that they say on media usually. It's about illegal migration. It's about taking people in at a certain pace so that we can incorporate them fully and not overload the system.
And the last question, what do you think protesting is really accomplishes?
Well, it shows him that people are waking up. It's really all we can do right now. I mean, you look over at, this is Yellow Vest. You look over at France, you see what a shambles, how much chaos is over there. We're trying everything that we possibly can do for a peaceful solution, right? Because nobody wants to see chaos in Canada. So we're doing every step. We're making every step that we can possibly take along the road as our country is destroyed.
Did you get your UN voter card, man?
Yeah. Okay.
UN
Thanks.
voting card.
I don't know. Can't stabilize it.
Yeah. No worries.
Got everything. Okay, guys, we're out.
Yep.
Whoever's with me in the car.
Facts versus feelings and noble savages with an important message for you. Have you ever been affected by Antifa violence, whether it be slashing your tires, being slapped in the face, being spit at, being verbally abused, only feel like you're talking to a brick wall? Thousands of Canadians every day are affected by the violence that you know as Antifa. Whether it's protests, on computer, being doxxed, being bullied, harassed, and being just completely yelled at for no reason, Are you afraid to go out to exercise your rights, your God-given rights? Are you afraid of losing your job? Are you afraid of being doxxed? What your family will think of you? Exactly. And well, we're here to bring you a little bit of hope. We've actually opened a case against John Tory, his insightful tweet, and the violence of Antifa. Yep. If you look down at the bottom screen, it's takedownantifa@gmail.com. We need your submission. We need your victim statement. And we need it now. Help put an end to Antifa communist violence. And let's bring Canada back. And let's have this group finally labeled as it is, a domestic terrorist group like the DHS in the States have done. Time to take back your country, Canada. And stand up, because your voice matters. Freedom of speech is still here, and use it while you can. Facts versus feelings, noble savages. Till next time.